Okay, so it's been a while since we've done a video, guys, but today we're going to talk about polynomial division. But before that, I wanted to take a moment to do an expansion on binomial multiplication, just so you guys can see this and be able to use it effectively. Okay, so part of these type of problems, I've got 3x minus 6 squared. Okay, now this is pretty much the same thing that we did last week, except for it's in a more simplified form. Remember, when we're squaring something, we're multiplying it by itself. So when I rewrite this, it's 3x minus 6 times 3x minus 6. Okay, and we've seen this before. You write one over the other, so 3x minus 6 times 3x minus 6, and then multiply. So negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. Negative 6 times 3x is negative 18x. 3x times negative 6 is negative 18x. And 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Okay, remember, x times x is x squared. 3 times 3 is 9. And then you add. Okay, so I get 9x squared minus 36x plus 36. Okay, and that's my final simplified answer. Okay, so I want you guys to try the next three. Just pause the video real quick and try these three problems, and we'll go over and check your answers. Okay, so what you should have gotten for this one, we got negative 5x plus 2 times negative 5x plus 2. Now, until you get used to the idea of this is two binomials being multiplied together because it's squared, I want you guys to write this out. Okay, write it out so that you can see it. So because what ends up happening is I get a lot of, well, if this is negative 5x plus 2 squared, then the answer is 25x squared plus 4. This is incorrect, right? We know in binomials times binomials we have a term in the middle. Okay, so as we've seen 1,000 times before, just write one over the other, negative 5x plus 2 times negative 5x plus 2, and multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10x. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10x. Negative 5 times negative 5x is 25x squared. Okay, then add the two together. We get 25x squared negative 20x plus 4. Perfect. All right, so for this other one, you should have gotten negative 2x minus 7 negative times negative 2x minus 7, which when I rewrite it, it's negative 2x minus 7 times negative 2x minus 7. Okay, and then multiply. So negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14x. Negative 2 times negative 7 is positive 14x, and negative 2x times negative 2x is 4x squared. Perfect. All right. Then add them together. So we get 4x squared plus 28x plus 49. Okay, and then the last one, we get 6x plus 1 times 6x plus 1. Multiply, put 1 over the other. So 6x plus 1, 6x plus 1, and then multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 6x is 6x. 6x times 1 is 6x. That's a positive one. And then 6x times 6x, you should get 36x squared. And then add them together. So your final answer, 36x squared plus 12x plus 1. Oops, forgot my 36, not 3. Okay. So that is just a quick review over binomial multiplication and sort of a new form. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is polynomial division. Okay. This takes quite a few forms, but this one says, for example, I want to divide 4x squared plus 8x plus 13 by 2. And what this looks like is this. Okay, so 4x squared plus 8x plus 13, and it's all divided by 2. Okay, now to divide this, I just want to divide every single term by 2. So I get 4x squared divided by 2 is 2x squared. 8x divided by 2 is 4x. And 13 divided by 2, well, that does not simplify, right? I can't divide 13 by 2. So I'll leave that as a fraction because we do not want decimals on polynomials. They're not useful to us, so we just leave it as a fraction. You don't have to turn it into a mixed number. This is your final answer. Okay. The other way that we see these problems is I've got 9m squared plus 4m squared minus 8m divided by 3m. And again, I'm going to write it out the same way. 9m squared plus 4m squared minus 8m. Okay, and then divide it by 3m. So I'm quite literally dividing everything by 3m. So I get 9m squared divided by 3m plus 4m squared divided by 3m minus 8m divided by 3m. Okay, now when you divide when you divide polynomials, okay, remember you follow the same exponent rules for exponent division. So I've got 9 divided by 3 is 3. M squared divided by m, well, you pick the bigger one and then you subtract. So 2 is bigger, it stays on top, and 2 minus 1 is 3m1. Okay, 4m squared divided by m, well, 4 over 3 I cannot simplify, so that stays 4 over 3, because leave it as a fraction. m2 over m1, okay, I've got 2 is bigger, so it's going to stay on top, and I'm going to subtract the 1. Okay, so it's just 4m. Right? And then minus, well, the m on this one, it's m1 minus m1. They go away completely. And 8 over 3 is not divisible, so I would just leave it as 8 over 3. And in the end, I have to simplify by combining like terms. Well, this is a fraction, this is not. So I have to get the denominators to be the same. So to do that, make it a fraction, multiply by 3 over 3 to get my denominators to be the same. So I get 9m1 over 3 plus 4m1 over 3 plus 8 over 3. And I can simplify this whole thing to be 16. Since everything is over 3, I'll just put that all on the bottom. 9 plus 4 is not 16, apologize, it's 13. Just fix that. Okay, so 13m1 plus 8. That's my final simplified answer. Okay, go down to practice F. Okay. So let's look at F. This one's a little bit different because I've got negative 16y cubed minus 36y squared minus 64 over negative 4y squared. Well, this is going to be the same process that I did above, right? It's just written out as a division problem already. So 16y cubed over negative 4y squared minus 36y squared over negative 4y squared, and then minus 64 over negative 4y squared. Okay, simplify. 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. Y cubed over y2, well, y cubed is bigger, so I do 3 minus 2, and it stays on top. Right, so I get y1. I get negative 36y squared over negative 4y squared. It gives me positive 9, and then the y's cancel. Okay, and then finally, I don't have anything left there, and over here I've got negative 64 over negative 4. Well, that is positive 16. However, the y squared doesn't have anything to cancel out with, so it's the bigger one is y squared, and it's on the bottom, so it stays there. Okay, and so my final answer is negative 4y1 plus 9 plus 16 over y squared. We leave the y squared on the bottom because it didn't have anything to cancel with, and I don't have to simplify that any further. We're done. Alright, so I want you guys to finish up the other practice and then ask the substitute for your assignment. Okay, have a good day.